Hello, everyone. This is Chala, CEO and founder of the Repositioning Expert. Welcome to another Tuesday Tea Time with Chala. I am here with my trusty protein back again. Ooh, that's a burn. I have to burn through the rest of this couple of minutes of the Tuesday Tea Time because I've booked myself into back-to-back meetings. So here we go. $38,000 are lost in first-time corporate buyer meetings to do sales, to sell them something that go nowhere. And I've recently been talking to a lot of business owners that have been coached in the past or are currently being coached by other coaches or consultants that tell them how to run these meetings. Now, having been a buyer of services for 18 years and having seen endless pitches from endless different industries in different continents and countries, I can tell you that there are certain things that they're teaching that I do not agree with and that I teach completely the opposite of. And I wanted to take you through very quickly some of the debate, the great debate as I call it, and you weigh in and you be the judge. And please let me know if any of these have worked for you or against you. So the first thing is something called a capability presentation is to showcase your capabilities. When you're doing a capability presentation, the misconception that people are teaching is that it's about you. It's not about you. It's the Trojan horse that gets you in to talk about them and their problems and how you can help solve their problems. It is only couched in a capability presentation about you. So, which brings me to the next point is nobody is calling you just in case to have you in their back pocket. Especially now when buyers are so time starved. If there is no problem with the existing vendor, or if there is no upcoming potential project that could miss or need these services, there's not a lot of buyers in corporations, and this was like 15 years ago. And I can assure you that today, and please write to me and text and comment if this is wrong, but there is no buyer sitting there saying, how can I meet more vendors today? How can I spend more time vending or vetting more vendors just in case the one that I'm using is not working out for me? How can I meet strangers who can become friends? No, there's nobody doing that unless there is a pain or an upcoming pain or some relevance. So please never, never, never use these opportunities as just, a capability presentation, because it's never just about that. Number 3 is if you, as a buyer, if you can't talk about my industry and my problem and the size of my problem and how you've solved them, if you're not talking about me and what relates to me and why I'm in that meeting in the first place, I don't care about your capabilities. If you're not positioning your capability presentation as addressing me indirectly or directly, then I have no time for you. I have no use for you. And as as rough as it sounds, I'm just not interested. I'm checked out. I'm doing my own stuff in my head. Number 4 is trust does not take time. I have actually parted ways with some clients based on this because we were so differing in opinions about this. Trust does not take time. There are certain things that you do in your marketing as a content thought leader and in that meeting that I teach my clients how to do to have that high level conversation where you uncover certain strategic elements that are, tied to their vision and their goals and their inability to meet those goals. And if you position yourself as the conduit between those goals and their inability to get to the goals, you very quickly build trust within even one meeting. And, I have lost clients, lost friends, lost all of that on, died on this sword. But I completely disagree with coaches and consultants. And that is part of my great debate, is that it takes time, that you need to network, that you need to be there for years, that you need to keep writing the proposals that never go into anything, that you need to show up for all of their, events. You need to be strategic in how you're doing it. And that's the bottom line. And lastly, what I want to tell you about is the first meeting is not a warm up. It is the real deal. This is the actual time where you can do the sale. I don't care if it's couched as a meet and greet. I don't care if it's couched as a matchmaking meeting at these diversity or procurement conferences. I don't care if it's couched as a capability presentation. I don't care. I don't care. It is always a sales meeting. It is always an opportunity where you have to talk about them, their problems, how you've solved those problems for people in their industry, very similar people in their industry, and where you can showcase what you can do and where you talk about yourself and your credentials, your differentiators, your different processes, your awards and your accolades, all of that couched and baked into the client stories that you're telling within the first sales meeting, whether it's called a capabilities presentation or a sales meeting or a meet and greet or a buyer's, showcase, whatever it is. So I hope that helps. I'm certainly very fortunate that all of this has worked for me and my clients that I've taught them. And I just don't want the rest of you to be missing the boat and using and misusing the time and the opportunity that you've been given to get in front of the buyer, which is, by the way, still the number one problem for B2B sales reps and owners of small companies like us. All right, everyone, this was a short one, but I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.